Good afternoon, everyone. Hello.
Good afternoon, teacher.
How
Good
are
afternoon.
you?
Good afternoon,
Good
teacher.
afternoon, teacher.
How are you? Let me see. We're gonna start our English class. Wait me a second. I'm gonna show you the English class presentation in order you can understand better each activity we're gonna develop. This is our English class presentation. Welcome, 5th grade C. I'm glad to be here with you again, and we're gonna continue with our presentation. Well, as everybody knows, for each English class, we follow 7 steps. Number 1 is welcome. I already said hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And number 2, we have a social emotional content. To our social emotional content, I'm gonna show you a video. In the video, you're gonna watch and you're gonna listen and read at the same time a short history. A short history. What you have to do is read carefully and try to understand what's the main content for the history you're gonna watch. Okay, then we have the content we're gonna develop today. Then we have the objective, the reflection, class development. Today, we're gonna continue working in our students book and practice book. We're gonna finish unit number 4 today. Why? Because in the next week, we're gonna start unit number 5. I need your participation as well. I need the participation, but in this case, your participation in each activity I'm gonna present you. That's important to our English class, your participation. At last, we have questions and answers. Before to watch the video for the social emotional content, I'm gonna present you the content for today's class. The content is writing skill. Writing skill. This is another skill you have to practice in English language. Then the objective to develop writing skills. The reflection of the week, of course, is never say you can't. Well, it's time to continue with our social emotional content. Please, everyone, pay attention to this video and try to understand the main idea for the video. Okay, let's watch the video in this moment.
A short moral story. Never lie. Jack had learned from his friends that lying is the easiest way out of any situation. So, he became fond of lying and enjoyed telling small lies. When his parents caught him and warned him against telling lies, he shrugged them off, saying, "Lies never harm anyone." Jack's father decided to explain to him why lying is bad. One evening, Jack and his father were walking down the street with some groceries. Just then, they saw a car ram into a bookstore. Jack's father asked a man what happened, and he replied, the car driver lied to his father that he could see without spectacles. They both were in the car when the accident happened. The father is seriously hurt. I'm sure the boy regrets ever lying. Jack's father looked at Jack and said, "See, Jack, a lie is so dangerous. It can hurt people." Jack realized the huge cost of a lie and stopped lying.
Well, this was the history to our social emotional content. My question for you is, what's the main content for this history? Sophie?
Lie is bad and dangerous.
Very good. Excellent, Sophie. That's right. And we have here a hashtag that says never lie. Why? Because when you say or when you tell lies every time or every day in some cases, when you want to say the truth, nobody's gonna believe in you. So that's important to avoid to say lies. Avoid that. And take into account or practice this important hashtag, that is never lie. Any other comment you want to mention? Someone about the history? Nobody else? Just Sophie's comment. Thank you, Sophia, for your comment, for your excellent opinion. And here we have, at the end, Jack realized the huge cost of a lie and stopped lying. Why? Because the lies can damage others, and these lies can hurt others. Very good. This was the social emotional content. Now it's time to continue with our class development. Please, everyone, open your student's book and go on page number 61. Page number 61 in your student's book. We're gonna continue in this moment. Wait a second, I'm gonna show you the page in this moment. Wait me a second. Or some seconds in this case, some seconds. Okay. Finally, I have in here the page I want to show you. In order you can understand better step by step. We are on unit number 4, then we're gonna look for page number 61, I said. This one. This is the page in which we're gonna work right now. Are you ready? Are you ready with page number 61?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Perfect.
Yes, teacher.
Excellent. So we're gonna start with the first activity that consists on writing. Remember that this is the main content for today's class, writing skill. Pay attention to the instructions and follow the instructions as well. According to the first one, it says the instruction, match the labels with the parts of the letters. These are the parts of the letters. What are the parts of the letter? Number one is, what's number one?
Address
2,
Body of the letter.
of the letter.
3,
Date.
4,
Clothing.
5,
Signature.
Nature.
number 6.
Greeting.
Grading.
Okay, these are the parts of the letter. In this side, we have some important information. What you have to do is identify what is the order for each part of the letter. According to this, what do you think is number one? What's number one in here? Address. What is number one? Address, I'm going to mention this in Spanish. Address in Spanish means dirección. What is the address according to this information? What's the address here?
123 Main Street.
Okay, this is 123. Excellent, Sophie. That's right. This is the address in the letter. So you're gonna write number one here. On this box, on this little box, write number one. Excellent. What is number two?
I am a big fan of your chocolate candy. Can I take a tour of your factory? My email address is hungrycharlie@yahoo.com. I hope to hear from you.
Yeah, continue. Thank you, Sophie. Well, I'm gonna tell you something important for you. You need to know this. How do you say arroba in English? How do you say arroba in English? Someone knows? No? Okay, arroba in English is at. And how do you say punto in English?
Fine.
This is dot. It means that you're gonna read this, you're gonna read the emails in this way. For example, hungrycharlie@yahoo.com. In this way, when someone asks you, what is your email address? You're gonna say, oh, okay, my email address is, if we mention this example, hungrycharlie@yahoo.com, or Jamilet@gmail.com. In this way, you're gonna give your email address. Don't forget this information. Arroba in English is
At.
And punto in English? .com. Okay, very good. This is an information you need to know. This is number 2. In number 2, we have body of the letter. This is the body of the letter. Very good. And now we have number 3. What's number 3? Date. Someone says, I heard something. What's the date here?
March 4, 2012.
Very good. This is the date. This is number 3, right? But in some cases, when you write a letter, you start with, or you start writing the date, right? You start writing the date. First, March 4th, 2012. And then you continue with, for example, the greeting. The greeting is next, then the body of the letter. There are different types of letters. This is one of them. And that's number 4, the closing. What's the closing here?
Yours sincerely.
Yours sincerely. This is the closing. Closing is this. Very good. This is number 4, the closing. Then we have number 5, signature. What's this? Signatures. When someone says
Charlie Bucket.
Yep. Excellent. This is number 5. And at last we have the greeting. That is, dear Mr. Wonka. Mr. Wonka. Well, this is the order. This is the order for each part of the letter. Do me a favor, write this information, this one, write this in one part or in one side of your book. You can write this here next to this information. In order you can continue practicing. Arroba at punto dot. Okay? Let me know when you finish.
I'm finished, teacher.
Okay, Sophie, very good.
I'm finished, teacher.
Very good, Paolo.
Finished, teacher.
Okay, Maria Jose, excellent. Well, this exercise was very, very easy to complete. It's time to continue with the next exercise. And for the next exercise, what you have to do is this. Read the ad. You're gonna read the ad and rewrite the letter in the correct order in your notebook. But as everybody knows, in this year, you don't have an English notebook. Someone told me, teacher, it's difficult for me to write the whole letter. Can we write number 1, number 2, number 3 next to the sentences? And I said, okay. It is important that you practice writing skill 2. We're gonna try to do it. Here on this part to our book, we're gonna rewrite this letter. This letter is in this order. You have to order this letter and write the letter similar to this. Who wants to read me this letter? Circus Summer School. I need one volunteer. Sophie, okay, Sophie, go ahead. Circus Summer School.
Course for young people. Learn trapeze, skill walking, unicycle, plate spinning, juggling, and a lot of more. 10 a.m. 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Apply directly to Miss Gina Loader at 173 Ball Avenue, Seattle, WA.
Okay, and then we have in here the number 98101. You can say, in this case, 98 or 9, in this case, yeah, 98,101. Okay, this is an example you have about what you have to do in here. Let me see. For example, what's number 1 according to this information? What is number 1? What is the first part to this letter? What's this? Remember, the first part of the letter is the address. What's the address here in the second? Letter A, B, C, D, E, or F? Letter B. Okay, this is number 1. So you're gonna write, no. Letter C. Okay, very good. How to write this information in a whole paragraph. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna write the number next to each part of the letter. What's number 2? Number 2 is body of the letter. What is the body of the letter?
Sorry, teacher, because it's date.
Repeat again, please.
First is date.
First, address. First is according to this, according to the previous example, we have that number 1 is the address. As I told you before, there are different types of letters. In some cases, the people, in my case, when I write a letter, I start writing the date first. The date, then in the second, I add the, okay. First, for me, the first one is the date, as you said before, Sophie. Second, for me, the second is the greeting, right? The number 3 is body of the letter. Then number 4, for me, is the closing, then the signature, for example, right? This is the order that I consider we have to write the letters. But according to the example we have in the book, it's a different way to write a letter. Yeah. But as Sophie said, Sophie thinks that the first one is the date. Yes, Sophie? Is it true?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. This is the order that you consider and I consider too, right? This is a different example as the previous one. What is number 2? Address, body of the letter. What is it?
C.
Letter C. You said that is the, okay, the address. What is number 3?
There, Miss Loader.
The greeting. Okay, you said that the greeting is step number 3. 4.
E.
The body of the letter. That's right, the body of the letter. 5. Is the closing, right? The closing. So what's the closing here? This one, yours sincerely.
P.
And the last one, number 6 is Elsa Bianchi. Yeah, letter A. So this is the order. This is the order that Sophie says. Okay. Take notes and complete this. Remember, it's supposed that you have to write the whole letter or you have to rewrite this letter in the corresponding or in the correct order. You have to start with August 3rd, 2012. Then you're gonna continue 173 Ball Avenue, Seattle, WA 98101. But you can write the numbers as the example I'm presenting you. So, any question about it?
No, teacher.
No questions. I think this is very easy. This is easy to understand, I think. Well, I'm gonna erase the numbers in this moment, and it's time to continue with our practice book. In our practice book, we're gonna make a review about the previous content. Present perfect, we're gonna practice that content on page number 57 in this case, in your practice book. Let me show you the practice book right now. Wait me a second. I'm gonna look for this. And here we have a digital practice book. But you have to do it in your physical book.
Teacher,
Yeah. Tell me.
what time does class end?
What time?
Does class end?
At 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very good. Let me see. According to the first exercise, remember, as I was telling you before, we're gonna make a review about the previous contents. Page number 57 in your practice. Let's continue. What you have to do here is complete the questions. We have in here some questions that you have to complete. You have to use the verb and the complement that is in parentheses in order to complete each question. The first one is already done. Have you ever written a poem? No, I haven't, but I'll start writing one soon. What is number 2? Have you ever?
Won a contest.
Very good. Won a contest. Excellent. This is the past participle for this verb, win, won. Win, won is the past participle. Very good, Sophie. The answer is, yes, I won a math contest last year. What about number 3? It's a question. What's this question?
Have you ever climbed the Statue of Liberty?
Have you ever climbed? You have to write the Statue of Liberty. Liberty. Okay. This is the question number 3. Question number 3. The answer, no, I haven't. I have never been to New York. What's number 4? What is this question? You have to take into account the verb that in this case is swim. What is the past participle for this verb? Swim. We have swim, swam. Swam is the past simple. What's the past participle? You have to write, have you ever? Have you ever?
Some.
Okay, swim, swam. What's the past participle? Swim, swam, swam.
Some.
Or swim. Okay, let me see. We're gonna check the answers. This is the incorrect. Let me see that swam.
It's con
You.
you.
Excellent. Have you ever swum with dolphins? What happened here? Okay. Yeah, have you ever swum? That was missing the complement for the sentence. Have you ever swum with dolphins? Well, these are the words to complement the equations. Take notes and complete the activity in your practice book. Okay, finish this exercise.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, I guess yes. Okay, thank you for telling me. And the last one, the last exercise we're gonna complete is this. This is the last exercise for today's class. Write the correct form of the verbs. What is this? What's this? What's the complement for the equation?
Have.
Very good. Have. Have you ever fly? What's the past participle for fly? Fly, we have.
Flying.
No, we say fly, flew, and the past participle is flown. Okay? Flown. I heard that someone mentioned the correct past participle of this verb. Flown. Excellent. The answer. What's the answer? No, I haven't. Very good. No, I haven't. What about you? Yes, my family and I.
Flown.
Flown, no. In this case is simple past. What's the simple past of fly?
Fly.
It's flew. Flew. Well, we have the next one, flew to Argentina last summer. Oh, really? For our last summer vacation, what's the past for this verb? Stay.
Say it.
Stayed? Stayed, you said, okay. Oh, I suppose that be. What's the simple past for this verb? Be. I suppose that was boring. The last one, yes, but now we say. Let me see, we're gonna check the answers. Okay, in this case, no, I haven't. I don't know why. No, I have not. That's not possible. Okay, this one. You can use contractions or the last one. Saved. Have saved. This is a present perfect. Okay, this one. Here we have the correct words you have to use to complete the equations and answers. These are the ones you have to use. The last one is present perfect, have saved. It was missing have saved. Well, any question about it?
No, teacher. No, teacher.
Okay, very good. So it's time to say, my dear students, that the class is finished for today. We're gonna continue in the next week with more activities. Remember that the next week we have our English festival. So thank you for the students who sent me your videos. You have done an excellent job. Congratulations. Those videos are great. Perfect. Very good. It's time to say bye-bye. See you the next time.